SCA Minhag of the Week, the Sebbit. So, we finished in the Knis. We're going to the Sebbit. Where is the Sebbit? Who's invited to the Sebbit? How many people? What's the setup there? What's going on? So the Sebbit was generally done at home. It was not done outside. It was not done in a banquet hall or in a catering hall. It was not done in, in the Knis, in the ballroom. It was done at home, generally at the home of the groom in the case of a wedding, or in the home of the bar mitzvah, or the home of the abei habin, whatever the case may have been. So the Sebbit's at home. Now, people lived in modest homes. And even if you had a larger home, it wasn't a mansion. You didn't have so much room. So what did people do? People emptied out as much furniture as possible. They got family members to join together. Let's move the furniture. Let's take it upstairs. Let's take it downstairs. Let's take it to the, to our neighbor next door. Let's move as much furniture as possible. And they would rent or borrow long, narrow tables, chairs, and maximize the space. As much space as possible to fit as many people. And even if you fit as many people as you wanted to, you weren't getting more than 100 people into your typical home. And that's really cramming them in sardine style. But that's what a Sebbit was. It was close family, some friends, but mainly family, all together, sitting close by, enjoying. And once you're in your seat, you basically weren't moving. You were there to stay. So you came in, you located a seat, you sat down, you knew, you were there for the long haul. And everybody knew the same thing, except for the rabbi, and possibly the hazan. But again, hazanim weren't invited in the past like they are today as hired help. The hazan came as a guest if you were close with him. The rabbis came, again, as guests and as a courtesy to you, their congregant. They would come, they would stay a few minutes, and they would, generally the rabbi would make the adus, sometimes a hazan, but usually a rabbi would be there. He'd make adus, stay a few minutes, maybe eat something, maybe not, get up, say maximum of 2 minutes of words of Torah connecting the parasha to the event of the day, the happy occasion, blessing, let's say, for example, the happy couple, and put on his coat and out the door. And obviously somebody's waiting to grab that seat as it becomes vacated. But that was the typical setup of the Sebbit, full of people, and the people that were there were generally close family, very close family. In other words, you went from grandparents to parents to siblings to children. Then, if there was still room, some first cousins. As far as friends were concerned, generally the bride and groom would have a few friends each, but that was it. As far as men and women, it was mainly men, much greater percentage of men to women, let's say at least 65% men and 35% women. The men would be in the larger area, and the women would be usually in the back end of the house in a smaller area, making sure everything is being handled properly. But that was the general setup of the Sebbit.